The lion and the lamb will bow down to the goat. To reiterate on this song that Kirk Franklin said this in. Big shout out to you. Peace and blessings. Love your email. You know one thing about me as a musician, I listen at songs very closely. I don't just, listen at everything, don't accept any and everything. But with spiritual discernment, I really do view songs very hard, view sermons very hard when preachers are preaching. And when you look at what Kirk Franklin said, and then he came back and tweeted what he truly meant, right? Which is GOAT, which was he was saying he was giving, Yahshua all the credit because his definition of GOAT was the greatest of all times. GOAT, greatest of all times. But we all know also the Baphomet, the GOAT, the God that a lot of artists, celebrities, a lot of people bow down to. Now, first of all, you don't never, come on, teach Holy Spirit, supposed to bow down to any man. You don't never bow down to no one but the Most High Yah. So I've been saying this for years. There's a lot of stuff been wrong with Kirk Franklin. If you just read between the lines, you ain't even really got to read between the lines. Even though I know what he meant in that sense, but at the same time, if you look at the way Kirk act now, the way Kirk dressed, the way Kirk talked, the way Kirk do a lot of these dances that they do in the world, just like he do in the church, on stage, or wherever he's performing at, it don't add up. And I'm just speaking facts, y'all. I don't hate him. But if you look at what's going on, more and more gospel artists are falling into the world category, mixing with the world. And they calling that anointed. And y'all know I speak about this all the time. The Bible is clear on who the goats are. It is. When you start talking about sheeps, goats, in the biblical sense, you should know what the Bible is talking about. And when he rapped that, he should have known off top, and I think he did, knew that was going to cause some conflict between a lot of people. And a lot of people that was loving Kirk Franklin at first find themselves not listening to Kirk Franklin no more. Well, JT, I can't believe Kirk said this. Kirk did it. What you got to understand is that these gospel artists are entertainers, okay? You rarely going to find a few of them that's just straight anointed. But a lot of them are entertainers, and entertainers are going to do what entertainers got to do to get their point across, to keep making their money, their bread. They're going to use the name of Jesus. They're going to do whatever they got to do. So now your biggest talk now is this what Kirk Franklin just said versus what this video they just posted about Kanye West. Now, if you start talking about Kanye West, you're going to get a huge conflict conversation with that also. Some people love him. Some people can't stand him. But you just have to realize what we living in these days' time. People are really exposing themselves more and more if you just have that spiritual discernment. But without that discernment, you will not be able to discern it. You will be believing in something that you think was right and is wrong. That's why I say there's a whole lot of stuff I've been seeing with a lot of these quote-unquote gospel artists. That's why I say who the one used the name gospel? Who told you there was gospel music in the first place? When you break down music, I did an old video about where this gospel stuff came from, and then I was telling people how even back then people would always use gospel ain't nothing but old blues. Quartet music ain't nothing but blues, Even if you go to John P. Key old songs, you'll see a lot of the Gap Band progressions in there. You just have to understand, man, it's the spirit behind music that make music bad. Everybody's not bad with music, but the spirit, a lot of people don't understand that because it's spirits behind everything that we do. Whether you listen to that music, watching the movie, drinking, those spirits are getting the invitation and they come into you that way. And Kurt is being influenced by a lot of different things. So should he have said that? No. But I'm not shocked. And even though he explained what it means, I'm not shocked at none of the stuff that I see going on now, because it's exposure season. And I'll leave you with that. Shalom.